Today is December 18, 2022. My name's Father John. I'm in Kuala Lumpur with a 26-year-old man who spent 6 years in prison in Hong Kong before he was acquitted by a High Court jury. Can you tell me, why did you go to prison in Hong Kong?
So I was 19 years old back in 2016. So I was studying in a college, and I had a father who was ill health, and I needed money for his eye operation. So I was looking for money, and there was one mutual friend came up to me. He said there is a work in Dubai, transporting gold bars from one country to one country. So when I first when he first explained to me, he didn't tell me about I'm going to Hong Kong or whatever it is. I didn't know that I'm going to Hong Kong. All I know, I'll be going to Dubai, and after that, once the ticket is ready, they'll send me the ticket. I'll get the bag, which consists of gold bars, inside the airport. I'll get the bag inside the Dubai airport, and that I'll bring to other country. This is what they told me. And also, once I agreed for the job, and yeah, not forgetting the money, they said it was 1,000 Malaysian ringgit, so which is equivalent to 2,000 Hong Kong dollar that time. So once I agreed for the job, he did pay for my passport, visa, and everything. He the one was booked the ticket, and also he added me in a WhatsApp group, and that WhatsApp group consists of 200 people. All of them are mostly are students and youngsters, and they're all been there many times. I used to see messages there that they went to Dubai, Hong Kong, Indonesia, many more countries, even Europe countries, Spain, many more countries, and all of them were safe. So I had no idea this job has not has to do with anything illegal or bringing goals, or trafficking drugs or whatever it is.
So this guy was recruiting, did you say hundreds of students?
Yes, in that group, in a WhatsApp group, it was more than 200.
And how many of the 200 do you think actually went as couriers from one country to another
All
carrying?
of them. That group is only for the Dubai job, so-called Dubai job. So
And how many of them were arrested?
should be at least half of them.
Which countries were they arrested in?
So as far as I know, because I didn't know all of them in person. So as far as I know, there is some person in Macau, Hong Kong. Hong Kong actually mostly for Hong Kong, Indonesia, Thailand, Spain, Madagascar, and many more.
Wow, Indonesia, very dangerous with the death
Yes,
penalty.
yes, or even in China, there was someone caught in China as well.
Is it convenient for you to name this guy who recruited all these students to do this?
Okay, the guy who recruited me name is Vivek or even Rajesh. So both of them work for Chandru and also Sega. They are twin brothers from Srambang.
So the twin brothers, Sega and Chendru,
Yes,
they used Deep Vivek,
yeah,
Vivek, and
Rajesh.
Rajas to recruit students.
Yes,
Which person actually recruited you yourself?
actually Vivek introduced me to Rajesh. So in fact, Rajesh is my recruiter.
Okay, so you obviously met both Vivek and
Yes,
Rajesh, and I also have met both of them.
yes, Father.
So you went to Dubai,
Yes, Father.
and then you went to Hong Kong. And what happened when you got to Hong Kong?
So let me story about a day prior to my Hong Kong trip. He sent me the ticket at late night, and he said I should be in the airport at least 3 hours earlier because I'll be receiving the bag inside the airport. So once I get my ticket, I went to the airport. So what I did is I messaged him saying that I already in the airport. So Chandru messaged me to go at the airport in Dubai airport gate C17. He said there will be a person waiting there to give me the
Is
bag.
that gate 70 or 17?
C17 17, Father.
17. That's where McDonald's is?
Yes, Father.
Yes, I've been there.
Yes.
And other people also have received bags there.
Yes.
Okay, so who actually gave you the bag at Dubai airport at
So
McDonald's?
an African turned up at there, and he said he's working for Chandru, and he passed me the bag.
Do you know his name?
No, Father, I don't know him. I don't know him in person.
Okay, so then you took the bag.
So the moment I received the bag, I opened the bag. It was fully brand new chocolate boxes. And prior to my trip, he already told me that the box, the chocolate boxes will be sealed, and inside there will be gold bars.
I see. So when you once said you were arrested for carrying chocolate boxes, now I understand that inside the chocolate boxes there was gold.
Yes,
You
Father.
thought,
And of course, that time my English wasn't that good, so that's why. So that was
okay.
the problem
And
came in.
did you carry them as carry-on luggage or checked-in baggage?
Carry on luggage, Father.
Wow. So that in itself is an indication that you didn't know what you're doing, because anybody who
Who
puts
know
puts
carrying
puts drugs
drugs?
in their
Yes,
carry-on luggage, they are a bit crazy.
yes, Father.
Okay. So then when you got to Hong Kong, what happened?
So the moment I I landed, my Wi-Fi was already connected to the airport Wi-Fi. So I was started to receiving message from my family concerning that I already reached Hong Kong and all this and that. So I got down. I was typing to my family before I even go to the immigration counter. Halfway there was immigration officer was waiting for me. Actually, they only stopped me, asked me diverse kind of questions like who do I have in Hong Kong, how much do I carry, and my passport, this and that, my motive to Hong Kong and everything. I did explain to him, and don't know why they said like you are refused to land at Hong Kong, so we are bringing you to office for further investigation. So they brought me to their office. They checked my passport and everything. Then from there they brought me to the a particular place called goods to declare. So there they put the chocolate bag and my backpack, everything at once. So when they put my backpack, there was no any issue. And when they put the chocolate bag, Dubai duty free bag, which contained chocolate boxes, and there was the issue. They had a, I think they had a vision of it inside. So they brought the bag at the one side on a table. They told me to sit. They used cutter to open all the chocolate boxes, and actually the boxes were like two part. Upstairs it was a chocolate, and down part it was fully drug pellets, Father.
Wow. And do you think it's possible they somehow or other knew you were coming and they were half expecting you, or like a
For
tip off
sure,
or
Father.
something?
For sure, Father.
Why do you
Because
think
see,
that?
as you know, when a person get down from a aeroplane, there will be hundred of them walking. So why is their intention only to stop me, not others? So I'm sure, I think they have made me as a scapegoat, Father.
In order to let others pass
Yes,
by,
Father. Yes, Father.
distract
Yes.
the
So the
officers.
official will be busy dealing with me. So the rest can go free. I mean, go safely.
Have you heard of that sort of thing happening to
Yes,
other
Father.
people?
Yes, Father.
Right.
Mostly this is the story. So once when
Okay.
I in the prison, I mean in a remand center. So once we meet each other, when they explain their story of getting arrested, this is what exactly happened to them as well.
And how old were you when this
I
happened?
was just 19 years old, Father.
Wow, that's pretty powerful. And how did you react? What was your feeling about being
So
arrested?
the moment I saw it, all I was expecting it was yeah, it has to be gold bars, right? But it wasn't a gold bar. It was kind of sausage size, and it was like a white thing, and I have no idea. So the one of the officer he cut that sausage, and it was kind of powder. He did some lab test or whatever it is. So they came to me. They said the bag I was carrying had a drug. So of course I started to cry. I have no idea. Like for me, my life was turned upside down. I have no idea. Like how could I even like bring drugs? And I was carrying it in my hand. So I feel like my life is in real danger. So I tried to explain them everything, like whatever happened, who told me to bring, and then the hotel that I'm going to be in, I'm going to stay, or I'm going to hand over the bag. So I did help the official in that way.
What type of drugs were they?
It was cocaine, Father. It was
Co-
almost 4 kilos.
4 kilos.
Yes,
Wow.
Father.
Wow. And then after they showed you the drugs, where did they take you, or what happened?
I told them that I'm willing to help them because for me, from my opinion, I'm an innocent. So all I know, I can't. I'm sure the officials won't come to Malaysia to catch those involved in those who recruited me. So what I could have done that time is I bring the officials to the hotel, so I can at least get the guy who going to receive the bag from me. I can get that person arrested through him. I thought we can get the truth out of him. So
Okay.
that's why I did cooperate with the officials to bring them to the hotel.
I'm sure that helped you in your case when you
Yes,
eventually
Father.
went to court. And then you were not acquitted for 6 years. Why did your case take so long to process?
Okay, at first there was one. my first trial was postponed due to one of my witnesses couldn't turn up, and after that, it was like 2018. I get caught on the 2016 March 16, and so my first trial was due on 2018, late 2018, and that time one of my defense witness couldn't turn up, so we postponed it to the late 2019. And late 2019, as the world knows, COVID started, so court were closed, so that's why my trial was postponed for a long time.
So, three reasons you could say. One was your witness wasn't available, then COVID, but also before COVID, the protest movement in Hong
Yes,
Kong
father.
that slowed
The
down the
riot moves,
courts a lot.
yes.
So, you eventually spent 6 years in remand,
I
in
was,
detention.
yes, I was
And
remanded
then
in six.
when your trial happened, how many people were on the jury?
You mean the jury member? There were seven juries.
And what was the verdict? How
It
many?
was 7-0, father.
7-0. How many days did it take?
It took me 15 days, father.
15. You must have had a good legal team as well.
Yes, father. My legal team was like the savior for me. They took me as a son. They did all they could have done. They did the best to bring me out.
And I can say too that I was able to get you out on bail,
Yes,
right?
father. That was one of the amazing thing that happened to me, because just because I was outside, I could have, I was able to contact my family, talk to my father, and as you know, he died before my trial. So at least those several months, I had the opportunity to talk to my father and see his face, even it's from video call. And also, since I was outside, I was able to contact my friends, because as you know, in prison, everything is limited, even your calls, just one call in a month, and that would be 10 minutes. So since I was outside, I was able to call up my friends who were involved in that case. So I brought them as my witness. All this happened just because I got bail and I was outside.
And also being on bail made it easier for you to communicate with your legal team because
Yes,
with COVID and other restrictions, I know legal teams have found it difficult to visit
yes,
people,
we had
clients in
we had
prison.
more
So
opportunity and
you were able
time.
to spend many long hours with your
Yes,
legal
father.
team
I
to
had
prepare
more
your case.
time to prepare for the trial, and also for the meetings and everything, to prepare evidence and everything. So just because I got bail out, I was able to do all these things.
Right. Well, that was wonderful that a kind judge gave you bail.
Yes, father.
Okay. Well, I think that's about all. I could ask you, what was it like in prison for 6 years as a 19-year-old to 20
It
to 25-year-old? What was it like?
it was a total nightmare, father. As you know, that is most important age for a youngster, because after the secondary school, that's where you find your life. You start to study and you start to be on your own feet. But that's where this thing happened to me.
And
Yes,
I
father.
think I can say from experience that the Hong Kong prisons are among the best in the world as regards
Yes.
safety of people, the care of the staff, the qualifications of the staff, the chance for study, free food, free meals, free medication, chance to study. Did you find that that was so that they treated you pretty well, really?
As for the infrastructure was, I do agree for that, but as for the treatment, I don't really agree for that, because when went there, as when I was a teenager, I was in the underage prison called Piku, and the treatment you get there is
Okay.
totally bad for that.
Okay, we won't go into that. We
All
won't
right,
go into
father.
that one. That was a special case. But usually, the treatment of people is very, very good.
Yes, father. Yes, yes, yes. I
And
do. I should agree that.
yeah, okay. Well, fantastic. You're back in Malaysia, and you've been able to find a job. No need to say what it is, but
Yes,
you've got a
father.
good job. And
Yes,
I
father.
notice you've found a very lovely girlfriend as well.
Yes, father. We both were friends since primary school, and once I got bail out, I did contact her because I wanted her as to be my character witness, because she know me very well. So she agreed for that. She was my character witness during my trial, and from there we became
Did she
couples.
go to Hong Kong or just by video?
No, but she was the witness through video link.
Okay. Well, I think that's about all, except what would you say, what advice would you give to people, especially young people who might be tempted by advertisements on Facebook or other social media to be couriers to take stuff from one place to another?
Yes.
What would you say?
For me, father, from my experience, all I say, at that age, they think when it comes free, they think we can go for trip, this and that. But in this world, nothing comes free, or nothing comes without any damage to your life. So don't ever be tempted by that. So whatever you should earn, it has to be from your hard work. So don't ever be tempted that you can go outside of the world for free, this and that. Don't ever be tempted. I'm the living testimony here. So please don't ever trust anything online, or don't trust anyone except for your family. That's it.
Okay.
Listen to your family. That's it.
Okay. Well, look, thank you very, very much. I hope these words can help stop others from being deceived and recruited. Is there anything else at all you'd like to say about anything to do with this case?
Whose case, Father?
Anything else you'd like to add? Any other ideas or comments?
No, Father. Just as that, please don't trust anyone. Nothing comes free. So don't trust anyone. Don't waste your teenage life. That's most important.
Okay, well, look, thank you very, very much. I wish you every success in the future. I hope you soon have a family of your own.
Thank
And
you, Father. And
thank
in person, thank you so much for
It's
helping me
okay.
out for all those 6 years, Father.
Okay,
Thanks a lot,
and
Father.
thank you for helping others who might be in the same situation, or helping people who've come back, or people who are tempted to get involved. Even making this video is really good. So thank you very, very much. God bless
That's the
you and your
least I can
family
do,
for the
Father.
future. Okay.
Thanks, Father.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. God bless.